of love and what it did to you. You don't have to run.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Misi and Amira. Let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Nabila Feruzeira, and this is my partner, Cindy Ovilasari. First of all, we deeply apologize for cannot meeting offline because both of us are sick, so we decided to do our assignments online via Zoom meeting. And in this occasion, we would like to interpret some of the videos from Audi Ayunda. 1, 2, 3.
Recording in progress.
Hi curious people, Maudia Yunda here. Selamat datang di My Book First Again, di mana aku sharing kisi-kisi menarik dari buku yang aku baca. Dari semua isinya, aku hanya akan sharing 3 insight yang personally menarik buat aku.
Hi curious people, Maudi Ayunda here. Welcome to my book list again, where I share the interesting grades of the books that I read. And all of the content, I will only share 3 insights that are personally interesting to me.
Hari ini kita akan membedah buku Atomic Habits by James Clear. Yuk ngomongin authornya. James Clear sudah bertahun-tahun melakukan riset tentang habits dan decision making. Awalnya James dikenal lewat sebuah newsletter yang tumbuh menjadi 100.000 pelanggan hanya dalam 2 tahun. Sampai hari ini, karyanya sering muncul di New York Times, Forbes, and Business Insider.
Okay, today we are going to dissect the book about The Atomic Habit by James Clear. And let's talk about the author. So James has been researching about decision making and habits for years, and James first became known through a newsletter, and that grew from 200,000 subscribers in just 2 years. And up to these days, his work can frequently appear in New York Times, Forbes, and Business Insider.
Insight pertama, lupakan goals, usahakan bangun sistem. Insight ini menekankan bahwa goals dan systems adalah 2 hal yang berbeda. Goals atau tujuan adalah hasil yang ingin dicapai, tapi sistem adalah proses yang mengarah pada hasil tersebut.
Okay, first insight, forget about goals and build a system. This insight emphasizes that between goals and system are 2 different things. Goals is the result to be achieved, while the system is the process that leads to the result.
Okay.
James Clear mengingatkan kita untuk fokus membangun sistem yang bisa membawa kita lebih dekat kepada tujuan yang kita inginkan. Pikirin deh teman-teman, yang menang nih, yang kalah, dua-duanya tuh punya tujuan yang sama. Misalnya pemain Olympic Games deh, dari emas. Setiap orang pasti ingin sukses, tapi punya tujuan aja nggak cukup. Sistem loh yang bisa membantu mencapai hasil yang kita inginkan.
Okay. James Clear reminds us to focus on building systems that can bring us to achieve the goal more closer. So try to think that, for example, Olympic Games players want to win or want to get a good medal. Well, everyone wants to be success, but having a goal isn't enough. So the system can help us to achieve what we want.
Banyak banget orang fokus pada hal yang salah. Fokusnya malah pada tujuan terus, bukan proses yang diperlukan untuk sampai ke titik itu. Padahal nih, tujuan itu kan tentang jangka panjang. So we have to focus on the systems and on those small habits yang kita lakukan setiap hari.
Okay. Many people focus on the wrong thing. They always focus on the goals, not the process that needed to get to that point. So in fact, that goal is a long term. So we have to focus on the system and the small habits that we do every day.
Insight kedua, cara-cara jitu membangun kebiasaan. My favorite part. Menurut bukunya, ada 4 cara jitu untuk dapat bisa membangun kebiasaan. These are so powerful. I love them so much.
Second insight, good ways to build habits, my favorite part. And according to his book, there are 4 surefire ways to be able to build habits, and this is so powerful and I love them so much.
Yang pertama, make it obvious. Buat jelas banget. Setiap action itu kan ada rangsangan tertentu ya. Misalnya, kamu mau punya kebiasaan main gitar. Kalau kamu simpan itu gitar di lemari, pasti nggak akan pernah deh kamu latihan. Tapi, kalau kamu taruh gitarnya di tempat yang gampang kelihatan, kayak di tengah ruangan, contohnya, pasti kamu akan lebih diingatkan untuk latihan yang sering.
First, make it obvious. Every action has a specific stimulus. So, for instance, if you want to have a habit of playing guitar, if you keep that guitar in the cupboard, solely you will never practice. But if you place that guitar in a visible place, as in the middle of the room, solely you will be reminded to exercise often.
Jadi, kalau kamu misalnya nih pengen berolahraga lebih banyak, coba deh siapin baju olahraga, sepatu caps, dan malas sebelumnya. Jadi begitu melek tuh langsung kelihatan. Sama pentingnya, jangan cuma bilang ke diri sendiri, mau sering olahraga Langsung kita buka kalender buat rencana, buat komitmen. Hari Senin, Rabu, dan Jumat saya akan jalan ke gym dan kantor. Terus kamu siapkan deh tas gym jalannya supaya kelihatan dan kamu selalu ingat.
Okay. So, for instance, if you want to exercise more, try to prepare the sportswear on the sneaker the night before. So once you wake up, it will easily visible. So it is also important not to just say, "Oh, I want to exercise more," but open the calendar immediately, make a plan and commitment. So for instance, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will go to the gym from work. So then keep the gym bag and everything ready so that all of them are visible and you always remember.
Lalu, make it attractive. Buat hal tersebut menarik. Biasanya nih, semakin menarik sesuatu, semakin besar kemungkinan kita akan mengadopsikannya sebagai kebiasaan. Setiap kita melakukan sesuatu yang mengantisipasi sesuatu yang menyenangkan, otak kita tuh melepaskan hormon yang disebut dopamin, membuat kita ngerasa happy. Ini bisa kita gunakan untuk membangun habit.
Then make it attractive. Usually, the more interesting something is, the more that we want to implement it as a habit. It offers us something that called anticipation, and our brain release a hormone called dopamine, which makes us feel happy. So we can use it to build habits.
Salah satu cara ini waktu bahasa Inggris aku masih pas-pasan. Bukannya sibuk kerjain tugas, malah sibuk translate, malu-maluin, gak pedean. Tapi setelah itu penyusakan ini, satu caranya adalah temptation bundle.
I'm sorry I have to repeat it again.
Okay. No, it's okay. Just go on.
Okay.
Jadi kita gabung godaan, di mana kamu menggabung tindakan yang kamu suka dengan tindakan yang harus kamu lakukan, tapi agak kamu suka. Jadi misalnya kamu mau punya habit lari di treadmill, kamu bisa incentivize yourself dengan cara mendownload acara favorit kamu untuk ditonton saat lari di treadmill. Atau kamu bilang ke diri kamu sendiri, habis lari di treadmill, I'm gonna watch that.
One of the ways is by temptation bundling. So we combine temptation, and for instance, it is can be achieved by where you can combine action that you really want to do it. I mean, and combine it with action that you must do it but you don't really like it. So for instance, if you have a habit to running on the treadmill, you can incentivize yourself by downloading your favorite TV shows to be watched while you run on a treadmill, or you can just say after running on the treadmill, I'm gonna watch Netflix.
Make it easy, dibuat mudah teman-teman. Sebagai manusia, kita itu kan termotivasi untuk melakukan sesuatu yang mudah ya. Semakin banyak energi terkuras. Nah, ada tips and trick untuk membuat kebiasaan yang sudah jadi mudah.
Okay. Keep it making easy, guys. As human being, we are motivated to do something that is easy. So, the more energy drained, the more lazy usually. Well, there are some tips and tricks that can make difficult habits easier.
Misalnya, kamu mau berhenti nonton pas pulang kerja. Coba deh cabut kabel televisi atau cabut baterai remote. Pasti jadi mager untuk nyalain TV dan kamu bisa menggunakan waktu itu untuk melakukan hal lain yang lebih produktif. Cara lain,
For example, if you want to stop watching TV, when you get home from work, try to unplug the cable of the TV or try to remove the remote battery so that you must be lazy to turn on the TV. And you can use that time for other things that are more productive.
untuk membuat kebiasaan itu ya, adalah dengan mengubah mindset kamu. Misalnya, awalnya mindsetnya mau belajar ujian, dan mindsetnya untuk membuka buku catatan. Atau daripada bilang mau juga cukup aja I am going to roll out my yoga mat. Dengan begitu kebiasaan jadi mudah
Another way to make habit easier is to change your mindset. For instance, initially want to study for an exam, but you can change that mindset to, oh, I just want to open the notebook. Or for instance, instead of saying I'm going to yoga for 30 minutes, but just say I'm going to roll out my yoga mat. So habits here are easier to be built.
Yang terakhir, kita harus make it satisfying. Kita harus buat lebih memuaskan lagi untuk kita build kebiasaan jangka panjang. Misalnya nih, ada produsen pasta yang melihat demand mereka itu naik ketika mereka menambahkan mint ke dalam produk mereka. Nah, si rasa segar mint ini memuaskan sekali dan membuat orang-orang tuh lebih menikmati the action of
Okay. Finally, we must make it satisfying to be able to build a long-term goals. For example, there is a toothpaste manufacturer who sees that their demand rise because they add mint into their product. So the satisfying fresh mint make the people more enjoy the action of toothbrushing more.
Nah, ada satu contoh lagi tentang pasangan yang ingin menghilangkan kebiasaan makan di luar supaya lebih hemat nih. Mereka membuat rekening berjudul liburan ke Eropa. Dan setiap kali mereka berhasil menghindari makan di luar, mereka transfer uang yang tadinya akan keluar ya untuk makan ke rekening tersebut. Nah, melihat uang masuk ke rekening tersebut itu menciptakan kepuasan itu yang akhirnya mendorong mereka untuk mempertahankan kebiasaan.
Okay. Well, there is one more example. It's about a couples who want to avoid to dining out or eating out to be more efficient. So that couple set up an account called traveling to Europe, and every time they manage to avoid to going out to eat out, they transferred their money that was used to dine to that account. So seeing the money goes to that saving accounts will create a sense of satisfaction that encourages them to maintain the habit.
Insight ketiga, ini ada rahasia untuk menyerah. Karena itu penting untuk membangun rasa kepuasan tadi lewat cara lain, kayak menggunakan bukti visual atau menerapkan pelacakan habits di mana kita bisa mengukur nih kemajuan kita.
Can you repeat the third insight now?
Oke.
Kebiasaan. Insight ketiga, ini ada rahasia untuk melacak kebiasaan. Membuang kebiasaan buruk atau menerapkan kebiasaan baik itu kan sulit ya. Apalagi kalau kita nggak bisa langsung melihat hasil yang jelas. Mungkin di tengah jalan kita pasti akan nyerah. Karena itu penting untuk membangun rasa kepuasan tadi lewat cara lain, kayak menggunakan bukti visual atau menerapkan pelacakan habits di mana kita bisa mengukur nih kemajuan kita.
Okay, the third insight is the secret of tracking habits. Throwing away bad habits or implementing good habits is difficult, especially when we cannot see the clear result immediately. So, therefore, it is important to create a sense of satisfaction through other means. So, for example, you can use a visual evidence or implementing tracking habit where we can see our progress visually.
Salah satu teknik yang paling sederhana adalah mencoret kalender atau buku harian. Jadi setiap berhasil nih melakukan kebiasaan tersebut, kita langsung check. Nah, dengan tracking itu kita bisa melihat kemajuan kita dan itu tuh menjadi proses yang asik dan seru. Jadi ujung-ujungnya kalau kamu udah ngelakuin hal itu, kamu pasti juga aduh nggak sabar nih untuk mencoret buku harian kamu.
Okay, one of the simplest technique is by taking a calendar or diary. So every time you succeed in doing those habits, you can immediately take it. And with that tracking, we can see our progress and it becomes a fun and exciting process. So in the end, when you've done to doing those certain habits, it will create a sense of a sense of anticipation, like, oh, I can wait to take my diary.
Selain itu, kita juga bisa milih accountability buddy atau membuat semacam kontrak perjanjian sama teman. Nah, kalau orang kan biasanya pengen menghindari sesuatu yang sakit atau mahal yang ini manusia banget. Nah, kita bisa membangun situasi di mana ada konsekuensi buruk kalau kita melewatkan kebiasaan tertentu.
So, in addition, you can also choose an accountability buddy or create a contract agreement with a friend. People usually want to avoid something that is sick or expensive, and this is very human. So, we can build a situation where there are bad consequences every time we miss to do a certain habit.
Ada contoh menarik banget di buku. Di bukunya ada seorang pengusaha yang meminta istri dan suami pribadinya tanda tangan di kontrak yang memaksa dia untuk berkomitmen supaya turun berat badannya. Jadi si pengusaha ini memilih habit seperti melacak asupan makanannya, terus menimbang dirinya setiap minggu. Terus dia bikin ada hukuman kalau misalnya dia gagal melakukan hal-hal ini. Misalnya kalau dia gagal melacak makanannya, dia harus membayar pelatihnya $100. Kalau gagal menimbang, dia harus membayar istrinya $500.
There is an interesting example of on his book. So in his book, there is a businessman who asks his wife and his personal trainer to make a contract. To sign a contract that commit him to lose his weight. So he chose to track his food intake and to weight in every week, and he made penalties if he fails to do those two things. So, for instance, if he fails to track his food intake, he will pay his personal trainer $100. And if he fails to weigh himself every week, he has to pay his wife $500.
Tapi ini berhasil banget. Bukan hanya karena usahanya nggak mau kehilangan uang, tapi juga nggak mau mengecewakan pelatih dan istrinya. Biasanya kalau kita tahu nih, wah ini bisa menjadi motivasi yang cukup besar untuk menjaga konsistensi.
This contract was very successful not because this businessman didn't want to release his money, but he didn't want to disappoint his wife and his personal trainer. So usually when we know that someone is looking at us, it will be a big motivation to to maintain our consistency.
And now, so what? Here are my reflections and final thoughts. Menurut aku, buku ini tuh menarik banget dan actionable. Itu penting. Banyak insights dan tips yang benar-benar tactical yang bisa kita ambil. Dan kita langsung kebayang gitu, what can we do? Tapi dari pengalaman aku sendiri, tetap harus ada kurasi personal juga sih kita lakuin. Karena harus kita customize dengan kecenderungan kita dan personality kita sendiri.
Okay, and now, so what? Here's the reflection and the final thought. I think that this book is really interesting because the accent book is really important because there are so many insights and tips and tricks that are very technical that we can implement it and we can imagine immediately. So like, what we can do. But based on my own experiences, it still must need a personal curation that need to be customized with our tendencies and our own personalities.
Okay, thanks for listening, curious people. If you want me to read a book and share with you my favorite insights and key book recommendations, please comment di bawah. Dan jangan lupa untuk subscribe and turn on notifications. Bye!
Okay, thanks for listening, curious people. If you want me to read a book and share my favorite insight with you, give the book recommendation in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification. Bye.
I think that's all from us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.